Chapter 1. The invisible grip of power. It doesn't start with attraction. It starts with energy subtle, composed, unmoved. The kind of energy a man carries when he isn't chasing, proving, or performing. The kind of energy that makes a woman curious, uncertain, and slightly off balance in the best way. This is the power of restraint, the power of not needing her. Stoicism teaches this through one word: apatheia, freedom from unhealthy passions, not coldness, not indifference, but emotional independence. The average man thinks women get addicted to attention, gifts, compliments. But in truth, a woman becomes addicted to how she feels in your presence. And nothing makes her feel more alive than a man who doesn't need her approval to stand tall. Chapter 2. The calm that shakes here is Stoic. Man doesn't react, he responds. When she throws a test at him, he doesn't flinch. When she goes silent, he doesn't chase. When she cries or pulls away, he doesn't collapse trying to fix it. She can feel his groundedness. And that groundedness feels like a harbor in a storm, safe, steady, reliable. This is rare because most men fold under pressure. They panic at emotional tension. They say too much, do too much, explain too much, all in the name of love. But in reality, it's fear. Fear of abandonment. Fear of not being enough. But not the Stoic man. He understands this. If it is not under your control, let it go. And if it is, act with virtue. And that's what makes her obsessed. Chapter 3. Emotional alchemy. Women don't become addicted to men. They become addicted to how they feel around men who understand emotional alchemy. What is emotional alchemy? It's when you don't mirror her chaos, you transmute it. She's anxious, you're still. She's dramatic, you're grounded. She's confused, you're clear. Your emotional stability becomes the drug. She doesn't even realize it at first. She'd tell her friends, he's just so calm, so different. She'd test your patience without even knowing why. She's not trying to hurt you, she's trying to feel you. She wants to know, are you a man or a boy in disguise? When she realizes you are a mountain, not a molehill, that's when the addiction begins. Chapter 4. The space that pulls her in. The average man overcommunicates. He explains, justifies, proves, and pleads. He talks too much. The Stoic man? He knows the power of silence. Silence creates space, and space creates curiosity. And curiosity creates obsession. You don't text back right away. You're not rude. You're sovereign. You don't overshare. You reveal slowly. You don't beg for time. You let her earn your attention. In a world of emotional fast food, you are a slow-cooked meal. She feels the difference. She senses there's something sacred in the way you live. You're not trying to impress her. You're busy living a life of meaning. She can either come along or stay behind. This quiet strength, it intoxicates her. Chapter 5. The mirror of her inner chaos. Here's a truth no one wants to admit. A woman doesn't fall in love with your perfection. She falls in love with the way your presence exposes her chaos. You become a mirror to her nervous system. If you're insecure, her own insecurities get masked. If you're reactive, her reactivity hides beneath yours. But if you're still calm and self-contained, she's forced to confront her inner storms. And strangely, that draws her in deeper. Because a Stoic man doesn't rescue her from herself. He doesn't try to fix her. He holds space. He watches. He listens. He remains calm in the face of her fire. And eventually, she realizes, this is what it feels like to be safe in the presence of real masculinity, not dominance, not control, but ownership of self. Chapter 6. She feels the weight of your purpose. A woman becomes addicted not just to your presence, but your mission. You have a purpose higher than her. You're not orbiting her emotions, you're orbiting your vision. She's a beautiful part of your life, but not the center of your universe. This is not cruelty. This is structure, polarity, masculine order. You wake up early. You train your mind. You protect your time. You say no to things that don't serve your highest aim. This kind of man is not only rare, he's magnetic. She can feel it in your energy. You don't need her to feel complete, but you're whole enough to cherish her properly. The Stoics believed that true fulfillment comes from living in accordance with nature and reason, not impulse and desire. And that's what makes you irresistible. You've mastered yourself. And that mastery seduces her soul. Chapter 7. Detachment is not disinterest. Attachment is often misunderstood. It's not about not caring. It's about caring without clinging. Stoic man is fully present in love but never possessed by it. He gives, he protects, he cherishes, but he's never ruled by fear or emotional dependency. This is powerful because women can sense desperation before a word is spoken. They can feel it in the way you touch, look, or text. But when you're detached, you become a safe mystery. You're here but not trapped. You love but not obsessively. You feel but you're not enslaved by feeling. This balance keeps her guessing, and guessing keeps her emotionally invested. Chapter 8. You don't judge. You observe. One of the greatest seductions? Non-judgmental awareness. When she reveals her flaws, her past, her pain, you don't flinch. You don't lecture. You don't moralize. You see her. All of her. Without losing yourself. This is Stoicism in practice. You observe reality without attachment, without condemnation. You accept what is, even if it's imperfect. To a woman, this is oxygen. It's rare. It's healing. Because most men either try to fix her or punish her with silence. You do neither. You are there, still, conscious, whole, and in that presence, she feels safe enough to fall. Chapter 9. The feminine needs to feel your edges. There is no addiction without polarity, and polarity cannot exist if a man lacks boundaries. The Stoic man is not a doormat. He is kind but firm, compassionate but unyielding in values. He sets boundaries, not from ego, but from principle. When she tests him, he doesn't punish her, but he doesn't fold either. When she pushes, he holds. This creates tension. Beautiful, seductive tension. Because women don't respect men who bend with every emotional breeze. They desire men with edges. Men who know who they are. When a woman finds a man like this, she doesn't just fall in love. She becomes devoted, not because he demands it, but because his character commands it. Chapter 10. She feels her feminine in your masculine at the deepest level. Women become addicted to men who awaken their femininity, and that only happens in the presence of masculine. Stillness. When you are calm, she can be expressive. When you are composed, she can be wild. When you are directed, she can surrender. Your containment unlocks her softness, and she starts to feel things she's never felt before. safe, seen, held. Desire. Not for what she gives you, but for how she feels around you. The Stoics didn't teach emotional numbness, they taught emotional mastery. And in that mastery, you become a sanctuary for her soul. She keeps coming back, not because she's manipulated, but because she's free to be her truest self in your presence. And that is the deepest addiction of all. Conclusion. Why all men should understand this. Most men think love is about effort. But in truth, it's about essence. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to chase because his presence alone draws her in. The Stoics taught, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If you want a woman to crave you, respect you, and stay loyal to you, it starts with mastering yourself. Not pretending, not performing, but becoming. Become the mountain she can lean on, the fire that doesn't burn but warms, the mirror that reflects without judgment, and you will not only attract her, you will keep her. Not through control. But through calm, through presence, through power, the kind that cannot be faked, and once felt, cannot be forgotten.